So are we starting now?
Please wait for a moment. Let me share the screen for the prayer.
Sure.
So Rinpoche, we may start. Please wait. So we may start now. Please let us for the chanting. Thank you.
Okay, sure. 我上见这当昨见出那么来，长久把的多大年接受人切，大概经所级别是那么见着了，并且的上见着不来说上见这当昨见出那么来，长久把的多大年接受人切。 大概经所级别是那么见着了，并且的上见着不来说。In the Buddha, the Dharma, the Supreme Sangha, I take refuge until enlightenment by the merit of practicing the paramitas. May I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. 我常住三处仁波切，马切巴那么切住了切，切巴娘巴灭巴样，光年光度陪了我来说。Okay. 我根据天气的经历，最近年了查了个那么多见到我跟多人这些别人的放在工作，那么中国的最近确实觉得非常的，我们肯定经济推进工作是好的，跟多亲戚了，那么还有个的路那几个突然他的面看到，如果跟着的那么就上个他们这个都大概去领导啊。Okay, so hello everyone and very good evening from our side. It's a good evening from here.
大家晚上好。那仁波切在遥远的地方祝贺各位晚安。
Then last time, the first session that we talked about, in order to practice Bodhicitta mind, one must receive Bodhicitta vow in order to practice it.
那上一堂课呢，我们仁波切给我们讲到说，为了要修持这个菩提心，然后呢，最好我们必须要从上师跟传承那边呢得到这个菩萨戒，或者是菩提心的利于，或者菩提心的戒律。
And also, in order to receive Bodhicitta vow, there is two different traditions exist now. One is from Madhyamika tradition, and one is from Chittamata tradition.
那为了要得到这个菩萨戒呢，那现今的剩下的传承一共有两种戒律的传承，那一个就是中观派的菩萨戒，那另外一个就是唯识宗Chittamata的这个菩萨戒的传承。
So that is why, so when we are talking about this the Atisha tradition, so he is following this Chittamata tradition to receive Bodhicitta mind.
那当我们谈到这个阿底峡尊者的传承的时候，我们谈的是这个唯识宗的唯识学派的这个菩提心或者是菩萨戒的戒律的这个传承。
So this is what we have talked last time. So now we are going to proceed new one.
那仁波切刚才所讲的那些是前一课所说的内容，那现在我们继续讲应该要进入的这个内容的正题。
And I hope like each and every one of you are safe and now healthy these days, since that COVID-19 is still like giving us a lot of trouble.
人们就知道说这个新冠肺炎呢，正在全球肆虐当中。那人们就希望在聆听的各位呢都是平安健康的。
So and then now when we are talking about this two different tradition has a different ritual that we have talked last time.
关于仁波切所讲这两个不同修持菩提心菩萨戒的传承呢，他们的各自的仪轨呢都大不相同，都是不一样的。
So I've given example as like a different tradition, different culture background marriage, but because there is a little bit like similar about this about commitment, you know? Because people they don't really like the commitment.
虽然人们就说过这个两个菩提心的戒律的这个传承呢，都因为文化背景的缘故，所以他们大概都是不太一样的。但是有在承诺戒律的承诺方面呢，是有些许是相等的，都是一样的。但是当我们谈到这个戒律的承诺的时候，我们现代人就蛮不喜欢听到这个所谓的承诺啊，所谓的守戒啊等等这些。
And in fact, when we are talking about Bodhicitta vow, so it is the commitment that you are making promise. A vow means that you are taking a promise.
但是当我们谈到这个菩萨戒或者菩提心的戒律的时候，那所以我们答应要守好这个戒律呢，它本身就是一种承诺。那守戒本身就是一种对自己跟对生命的一种承诺。
Like that is like what I have given example in a text according to like Sakya Trichen that Dhamsum Rapie is what is called Dhamsum Rapie, distinguishing three different vow or explaining three different vow. That text which is composed by the Sakya Trichen, in that text he has given example of a rice seed and the barley seed. These two Bodhicitta from the Siddhamata tradition and the Madhyamika tradition is similar like a rice seed and the barley seed.
那这个洒迦班智达在他的一本论点里面叫《三戒要论》里面呢，就给了我们一个例子，他以这个薏米的这个种子跟这个稻米的这个种子来比喻，就是这个唯识宗基达玛扎的菩提心的戒律，跟这个中观学派的菩提心戒律是跟这两种的不同的植物的种子是一样的，他们的风格、他们的成长的方式是各不相同的，以这两种种子来作为这个比喻。
Because why he is giving these two examples is because rice seed, so it will not grow in a cold area. Yeah? Rice will grow only in the warm place. And then that barley, so it can grow even in a hot place or in a cold place, both. So these are the two different examples he has given in order to show that Chittamatra tradition, Bodhicitta mind will not receive if you don't have individual liberation vow. This is kind of like different needs a different requirement, qualification.
那这个洒迦班智达就比喻说，这个稻米的种子呢，只能够在热带的地区成长，你种下去热带的地区，它就会成长成稻米。可是，在寒冷的地带，它是不能够种出稻米来的。可是薏米呢就不一样，薏米的话，你把它种在或冷或热的地方，它都可以成长成这个薏米。那所以这个就是解释说了，这个洒迦班智达就用这个来比喻来说明这个基达玛扎这个唯识宗的这个戒律呢，菩萨戒、菩提心戒呢，是必须要先领受 别解脱戒，这个个人的别解脱戒为前提之上呢，才能够算是真正的得到了这个菩提心的戒体。
So then, when we are talking about the rituals, in here, so different school, this Chittamatra and Madhyamika, different school, they have a different tradition and then they have a different rituals. And when we are talking about the rituals, normally, so when we are talking about the rituals, it's just made by the people, just normal people like us, we make the different rituals. But in here, when we are talking about this kind of the rituals, in order to receive bodhicitta mind, or in order to receive some kind of empowerment, then it has, again, that like Sakya Trichen is saying that most of those rituals has been made by the Buddha. So that is why, so we cannot mixed up with, we cannot change that ritual, because it has been composed by the Buddha, and each and every single why he said it is required is because different condition. They need a different reason. There is a different reason.
所以这些仪轨呢，我们都知道说，这个关于这个菩萨戒、菩提心戒的这个仪轨，有这个唯识宗基达玛扎跟这个玛达米嘎为中观学派的两种不同，有不同的传承跟宗派的源远流长，然后一直传到今天。那一般呢，我们所谓这个仪轨啊，或不管是灌顶也好，不管是这个接受戒律也好，都是人所创立的。可是这一边呢，我们说到这个菩提心的戒律菩萨戒的时候呢，它跟一般的戒律不一样的地方是，它是从佛那边开始的，就是由佛陀所创立的，所以呢，它是不可以随意掺杂或者随意更改的。为什么？因为它是这个戒律的每一个细节、每一个条规都有它的因缘跟相关的条件来创立的，所以不可以以凡人的妄想或者随意加以掺杂或者说是修改。
So, and these rituals are important. So due to that, so it has been given that I'm stressing on this point a little bit, because like Sakya Trichen, he said rituals has to be performed exactly how it has to be when Buddha has explained these two rituals. In order to receive this Bodhicitta vow, so it has explained in a different sutras.
所以这个就是仁波切所强调的这一点，因为这一点非常的重要，也就是萨迦班智达尊者所强调，就是说这个戒律不可以随意掺杂或者说是更改，因为必须如佛所创立那般的如理如法的去传授，去一代一代的相传下来。这个菩提心的戒律在各种经典上也有很详尽的解说跟这个阐释。
Okay, so then after when you receive Bodhicitta vow with these different rituals, then I would say that once you receive the Bodhicitta vow, then so it has been mentioned in a Bodhisattva Avatara. Tene zungde nilo kam pame churja sonamshu jume cheba tomashi namkanya baraktu chung. That means that after when you receive a Bodhicitta vow, then even if you are sleeping or even if you are distracted by some other reason, but still, as long as that you have that vow, if you have keeping that Bodhicitta vow, that merit will be keep increasing.
那关于这个菩萨戒，当我们从不同的仪轨、不同的学派、不同的传承那边领受这个菩萨戒或者菩提心戒律之后呢，根据这个几天菩萨的入菩萨行论里面中有云，里面有说，那只要你接受这个如理如法接受这个菩萨戒、菩提心戒律之后呢，即便是你在睡觉或者是你在 散乱，心生散乱的，你的菩提心的功德，只要你得到这个菩萨戒的戒体，你的菩提心的功德就会日日在增长。
So that is why, like even though if we don't like a commitment, but taking vow is very beneficial.
所以，当然我们现代人都不喜欢这个承诺啊，答应做这个做那个这种繁琐的接力。可是呢，能够得到这个菩提心、菩萨戒的功德，那是不可思议的。
And I would say like last time I just gave example as a marriage, but sometimes in a like different text they're giving example as a taking Bodhicitta vow is also that you are enthronement the king. It's similar like that. So then like if we are talking about the king nowadays, so people not that like familiar because not so many king traditional is we have present day. So I would say it's like similar with taking oath for the president. So that is like what is happening now. Yeah, but like when the president is taking an oath, it's similar exactly when you are taking a bodhicitta mind, bodhicitta vow.
先前仁波切谈到这个菩提心的功德，那么现在我们谈到菩提心，用现代人的例子来说，就好像国王的登基一样，国王的登基的仪式一样的。可是现代人不了解什么是帝王、国王登基的这个仪式，现在人都不太熟悉。那用现代的例子来说，就好是就是一个总统还没有当上总统之前的就职典礼的那个仪式嘛，大概就等同于我们领受这个菩萨戒的这个过程。
So after he has taken the oath, then he became a president. Yeah? Then only after that he became a president. Then he became important for that country, isn't it? Very important, most important person for that country.
所以就这个总统的宣誓仪式而言，那总统宣誓就职典礼宣誓之后，他才成为这个整个国家里面最重要的一个领导的一个人物，他就变成了一个举足轻重的领导者的角色。
So I would say here, when we are taking a Bodhicitta vow, we are not taking oath for the one country. We are taking oath for the whole sentient being. Yeah, even more like a bigger oath that we are taking.
就这点而言，仁波切就开玩笑说，这个我们这个菩提心跟这个总统宣誓典礼不一样的地方，我们不是效忠整个国家而宣誓，我们是为了整个众生而领受而受持这个菩提心的戒律，这个菩萨戒。
So it is also said that once you taking a bodhicitta vow, that you are became noble to even the God and the whole human being will pay respect to you. This is what mentioned also in the Bodhisattva say Avatara.
在这个吉天菩
they will best for you.
在这个吉天菩萨的这个入菩萨行论里面有说，那你领受了这个菩萨戒，得到了这个菩提心戒的戒体之后呢，那你就变成一个圣者，你就是受到天人所恭敬、拥护跟爱戴，就是人跟非人呢，天人跟人呢都非常的尊敬你，礼拜你，赞叹你。
So that means we have taking oath to benefit all the sentient being. Because of that, you became important person for the all sentient being, even the God or just a normal human being or whomsoever. You became so important, each and every one of them.
因为你宣誓，你立下这个誓愿，为一切众生而领受这个菩提心戒，发菩提心之后呢，你就对一切众生来说是举足轻重的一个重要的一个菩萨。那就这一点而言呢，不管是人或者是非人、天人或者其他的一切众生呢，都把你当作是非常重要的一位菩萨，一个人物。
And also it is saying that from the moment you take the Bodhicitta vow, that you have invited all the sentient beings as your guest. So now it's so that you will serve them and you will benefit them for the temporary and also for the ultimately. That is what all the Bodhicitta means.
当你领受这个菩萨戒，发心要成为一个名副其实的菩萨之后呢，你就做了一切众生的不请之友，你就是一切众生，你邀请他们，然后成为你的座上宾，就是成为你的贵宾，你的座上的嘉宾，那你就发愿为他们服务，带给他们共和不共世间跟出世间的一切利乐跟这个功德。
So that is why. Especially when we are talking about this whole sentient being, I oftenly tell the people that that word and that idea of thinking of whole sentient being, so it's a very beautiful and it's very huge. So it's one of the biggest gift. And that idea is from a Buddha to our society. Because when I said, because I'm saying that society, because when we talk about the whole sentient being, it became a little bit too vast and people not feel that close to them.
那么呢，当我们说发心为一切众生，菩萨发心利乐一切众生的时候呢，这种誓愿呢是非常的广大、非常的深远、非常美丽的一种誓愿。那这个也就是佛陀本人送给我们的世界、我们的社会最美丽的一份真理、一份礼物。当我们说到这个。这是最广大的一种誓言誓句了。当我们说到为什么要用社会这个字眼呢？因为当我们说到利乐一切众生，发愿为一切众生的时候，你好像跟这种一切众生的这个层面太广大了，你跟他产生不了那种连接。可是当我们说你发心为一切众生，就是为服务整个社会的时候，这个时候你的心就能够跟这个观念呢产生某一个程度的连接。
Because I would say that normally, so when I'm talking about any teaching, so I always trying to
应该信号有些问题。
OK。Seems that Rinpoche has some connection problem there. So, Dharma brother and sister, please be patient. And I think Rinpoche will be back soon. 这个讯号可能有点问题吧，所以请各位稍微耐心等待一下。
unmute. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Rinpoche. Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yes, there seems to be some connection problem for maybe some internet in India.
Yes, I have a very bad internet here. It's a very foggy outside. Yeah. Okay, so shall I start now?
Yes, Rinpoche, please.
Yes, I was saying that when we are, no, I mean to say, like for myself, when I'm talking about the Buddha Dharma, I always try to connect ourselves with the Buddha Dharma. That is very important. Yeah.
就仁波切本身而言，当他谈到所谓的佛法的时候，或者佛陀的教法的时候，他常常都必须要把这个佛陀教法跟我们的生活、跟我们的生命产生连接，那个才是有意义的、有功用的。
Why I'm saying this is because most of the time, so when I talk about the Buddha Dharma, many people they feel that their individual life has nothing to do much with the Dharma.
为什么要这样说呢？因为仁波切说，当我们谈到佛法或者佛陀的教法的时候，听的人往往就觉得说，哎，你这个佛陀教法跟我的生活好像产生不了任何的连接跟关系，他们往往有这样的一种不正确的误会。
And because if you don't find that your individual life is not connected with the Dharma, so when we are talking about Dharma, if you don't feel that we are talking about your own individual life, then you are not connecting yourself with the Dharma.
因为如果你觉得佛法跟你的生活不是息息相关的，你的生活是这个，佛法是另外一个，这两者无法产生任何的连结的话，那你就无法把你的所学习到的佛法融入你自己的生活当中，因为这两者是互不相干的。
Because when we talked about this Bodhicitta mind just now, so it is very like a beautiful idea. Then what people think is like, yes, it is very beautiful idea, but it is not practical. That is what comes in mind. Yeah? Normal people have that kind of thought.
当我们谈到这个菩提心的时候，听的人往往就会觉得说啊，这个是不错，这个很远大的一种理想，很美丽的一种抱负，但是这个跟我的现实的生活好像产生不了任何的连接，那跟我这个现实的务实的生活一点关系都没有。很多听到菩提心的人都往往都有这样的误会跟想法。
And the most important part is like how this practice can benefit your life. Like this is you are connecting yourself, your individual life with the Bodhicitta mind practice. If you think of that, then you are connecting your individual life with the Bodhicitta mind practice.
最主要是这个菩提心的教法能够在你的自我的生命当中能够产生任何的能够产生哪一种的效应跟哪一种受用，有没有受用，有没有得到功用上的这个发挥。那如果你能够这样想的话，那你跟这个菩提心的教法跟这个佛法而言呢，就产生了息息相关的这种关系跟这个连接。
So that is why it is very important to think. So like when we are talking about Bodhicitta mind, it is for the moment we are talking about the Bodhicitta mind, any kind of the Buddha's teaching. So when we are talking about Buddha's teaching, how it is related with your life, then you will find how important Buddha's teaching for each and every one of us.
所以当我们谈到这个佛法、佛陀的教法乃至于菩提心的教授的时候呢，我们就会知道说，它跟我们的生活是如何的产生连接的，它跟我们的生命是如何的息息相关的。能够看到生活跟佛法的结合的话，那你就能够看到佛法在你的生命中、你的生活中的重要性。
So, because when we are talking about the Bodhicitta mind here, at the very beginning, we are talking about the whole sentient beings. Yeah? When we are talking about the whole sentient beings, that means your mind is completely, totally opened as much as possible.
因为当我们谈到菩提心教授的时候，一开始说我们就讲说要发心，为了利乐一切如母众生，为了一切众生而发心。当你说到一切众生的时候，你的心在很大的程度上就完全开放了起来，完完全全的开放了起来。
So, because most of the problem in our life we have is like we cannot open ourselves.
因为我们的生命中很多的问题之所以会产生，因为我们就不能够放开自己，我们放不开。
And especially for the others. So we are always closed within yourself. I mean, not in a house, but nowadays maybe even in a house also we are closed. But normally in our mind, yeah, we are closed. We are having so many layers to not to be connected with the others. We are always putting so much layers in our mind.
那特别是我们无法向别人敞开我们的这个心胸。那当然我们在家里现在是这个有时候是这个封城还是封国嘛。那当然在我们的居所也无法开放我们自己，但是很重要的是我们把我们自己封闭起来，无法向他人敞开我们的心胸。所以在他人其他的众生跟我们之间有一层一层的这个城墙呢，在围绕着，在阻止着我们向他人开放我们自己。
So that is why it is very important to open ourselves. Yeah? Open ourselves. When we are talking about open ourselves means accepting others.
所以很重要的有一点，人们就强调说，我们必须要开放起来，把自己开放起来。那开放自己的意思就是说，完全的接受其他众生、其他人的存在，完全的接受他者。
Once you accept others, then you can understand others' problem.
当你能够很好的接受他人的时候，你也就能够体谅，能够感同身受的去想到别人的问题在哪里。别人的处境是怎么样的一回事
Then you became very friendly within your society, within your family. You became very friendly and you became very open-minded. Then that is also one of very a small little part of benefit from this Bodhicitta mind practice.
所以如果你是一个很开放的人的话呢，你对你的家人，你乃至于对整个社会呢，都是非常的友善的，非常的善良的，非常的受欢迎的，受人欢迎，受人所尊重，所喜欢的。那这个就是菩提心的教法所能够产生的一个小小的功德跟受用。
And then there's so many like that, so many benefit in order to practice the Bodhicitta mind. So then I think we have to follow the text. Otherwise, so that if we keep explaining this way, then I think it will take a lot of time. Okay. Start.
There. Yes.
I think it is his internet.
Yeah.
Is there? Oh, it is there. He's not getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have done translating? Have you done?
I couldn't hear him just now. I think my line also got problem. Can you just the previous line here?
Okay,
previous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just saying that this is very little part of contribution or benefit from Bodhicitta mind practice, and then there is so many still so many different benefit and helpful to practice Bodhicitta mind.
但仁波切刚才所讲的只是一种菩提心一种小小的功德跟受用而已如果有菩提心的功德要讲的话是很多很多的，当然还有很多很多的其他的功德利益跟这个受用。
Okay, then now it is saying that after you received the Bodhicitta mind, now you became like a Bodhisattva.
那现在就说到说，我们领受了这个菩萨戒、菩提心戒之后，那我们就成了一位菩萨。
So nowadays we have sometimes we have a certificate also for the Bodhisattva certificate and like refuge certificate.
那我们现在有颁发很多的这个证书啦，什么受菩萨戒之后有这个菩萨戒的证书，还有这个皈依戒有皈依戒的这个皈依证书等等，这些都有。
So then now it comes to the actual practice.
那现在我们来到正行，就是这个修心七要的这个正文。
In order to practice, it is very important to turn your mind into a dharma. It's very important.
那为了很好的要修持这个菩提心或者菩萨戒呢，那很重要的，我们必须要转心向法，就是把我们的心呢趋向转向于佛法那边。
So if you are not able to turn your mind into a practice, then you have to force yourself. Yeah? Then if you force yourself, then I think it will not last long.
所以如果你不能够转心向法的话，你就必须要强迫你自己。那人们就认为说，如果你硬要强迫你自己的话，那个效果大概也不会持久吧。
In order to turn your mind into a Dharma practice, which means that normally we are having this four like a reversing mind, 4 point of reversing mind.
那为了要转心向法呢，一般我们有4种，把转心向法的4种的佛法的思维需要去修持的转心四法。
I think this is like practice that 4 point to reverse your mind into Dharma. That is we are using all the lineages. We are using that. Sakya, Nyuma, Kajugilo, all yeah.
一般上呢，所有的佛法的藏传佛教的所有的传承，萨迦格鲁，这个噶举啊，这个宁玛派呢，都用这个转心四法的教授，所以这种转心四法教授在所有的西藏佛教传承中都是有被修持的。
Then I will not explain so much on this. Just like briefly say that like first point is thinking of precious human life.
仁波切在这边不会讲的太多。那总之要跟各位说，第一个要点就是这个4共加行或者转心四法。第一个就是要思维我们的人生的暇满难得。
Free from the 8 condition, and then 10 favorable condition. So these are the like total 18 freedom and favorable condition. Once you have this kind of the precious human life, then so it is very important to not to waste it.
所以呢，总之就是远离8种无暇，就是具足8种有暇，然后具足10种圆满。那这种8无暇10圆满就总称为这个18种暇满。那你有了这个18种暇满难得的人生之后呢，就要好好的去珍惜，不要浪费，不要白来人间一趟，就要好好珍惜这个暇满难得的珍贵的人生。
And I find this thinking of this precious human life is a very like interesting method that in the Buddhism we are using in order to you to encourage to do practice.
那仁波切发现到说，这个暇满难得人生的教法是一种很有趣的一种提醒，那以便你能够鼓励你呢，鼓起勇气，那激发你在这个佛道上，提起勇气呢，向前迈进。
So normally we human beings so like so much when other people are praising about you.
因为我们身为人类嘛，别人称赞你、讲你的好话的时候，你就觉得很觉得很重要，觉得很兴高采烈的样子。
So in here, this is method we are using when we are saying that you have got a very precious human life. You have got very precious. So it is like most precious exist in this entire world. You have got that.
所以在这边佛陀就用同样的方法去称许、去赞许你、去赞叹你的这个香满难得的人生。所以这边呢，佛陀就告诉我们说啊，你有的这个香满难得的人生是全宇宙、整个世界里面最珍贵的、最难得的、最稀有的。所以让你开心一下，就鼓励你在佛道上努力往前迈进，这样子。
In fact, it is not just a theory, yeah? Because it is the most precious, yeah? Because human life is the most precious exist in this entire world. It is most precious. Yeah?
当然，这种暇满难的人生不只是理论上的说辞而已，而是实际上的确也是真的是如此。那生而为人，我们所获得的暇满难的人生，的确是全宇宙、整个世界所有众生当中最珍贵、最弥足珍贵、最稀有的。
Once you tell them that you have got the most precious thing in this entire world, now we are saying, now you should not be wasted. You should not be wasting it. Yeah. Then how, now the idea is coming this way, like when we are saying that you should not be wasting it, then we are saying if you are investing this most precious life for the sake of worldly things like needs for this life, then it becomes not that much meaningful.
那当我们称许了或者赞叹了这个暇满难得人生的珍贵跟可贵之后呢，那我们就说下一句话就说，你这样想，你获得了全宇宙、全世界最宝贵的暇满难得人生。那下一步就是你不要把这个暇满难得人生给浪费掉了。那如果你投资在你把这个暇满难得人生投资在这个世间法上，也是这一世的安乐和利益上呢，那你就是等于你过的人生是没有什么意义的、功用的。
Then it's just like it's similar like that you are investing this life for this life only. Yeah. So then it's like then there is not really profit. So when we are talking about the investing smartly, then they need more like more than what you invest. Yeah? They need more than what you invest, isn't it? So if you are having the same amount, then it's all the hard work is useless. Yeah? What you invest and you will get that back the same amount, and you have worked so hard for that. These are all wasted.
那如果你只是为了这一生而投资整个这一生的话，那你获得了只不过是这一生的利乐而已。那通常我们说投资报酬率而言的话，你投资的东西必须要是事半功倍，而不是事功相等。就是你投资这一生的话，你只是投资这一生得到只是这一生的利乐而已。应该是你投资你这一生之后呢，所得到的利乐比这一生的功德利都要广大的多，这个才是最好的投资。
Okay, so I will not talk so much about investing because I'm not. So I'm sure most of you are more knowledge. You all have more knowledge about investing than me. So this is what it is saying is if you are using your life, very precious life, for the sake of this life only, then it is not used at all. Instead of using for this life, you should use for next life, or even for more better than that. So ultimate, forever remaining happiness.
所以关于投资方面，仁波切就不讲的这么多，因为大家都对这个投资报酬率懂得比仁波切更多。那仁波切就此打住。那总而言之呢，如果你只是为了这一生的利乐而投资掉你整个这一生的弥足珍贵的生命的话呢，那是白白浪费了，也是没有意义的一种投资。那我们所要投资的目标跟这个对象，是为了我们的下一世的利乐，乃至于生生世世利乐，乃至于成佛的究竟的菩提国的永恒的安乐，这个才是最为聪明的一种投资。
So normally in the text example, what they have given is so if you reach a place where there is a lot of jewel stones, and if you're going back with the empty hand, so that is like very useless. That is the example has given in the text, classical text.
在这个经典乃至在这各种论点里面有说，那你入宝山而空手回，就是你进入到一个充满宝藏的一个所在的一个地方呢，却什么都不拿，什么也不带走，那就空着手回来，那就白白浪费了这一趟珍贵的旅程。
But normally, what I like to give example for this human precious life is for the modern society that I teasingly, that jokingly, that I always give example. This human precious life is a debit card with the unlimited balance.
这个呢，仁波切要以一个现代化的例子来说明这个我们这个暇满难得人生的珍贵跟弥足难得呢，也是我们好像我们的 debit card， 就好像我们的这个信用卡一般的，这是无限量的信用卡一般，你可以随意的随心所欲的去使用，它是无止无尽的。这个人生暇满难得就是如此的弥足珍贵。
So this is more like relative for our life, yeah? So we are using all the time card.
所以这个卡的例子呢，就是一种比较世间的相对的典范，可以让我们的生活跟我们的生活产生某一个程度的连接。
But then the second point is Tanjunye and Shiwametta is like impermanent. I'm sure like most of you have heard about it.
然后第二个这个四供加行，第二个就是所谓的生命无常。人们就认为说大家都知道的很多了，关于这个无常的法则。
Because when I give example for the debit card, then I always say that that debit card has a very limited validity. So we don't know exactly when is expiring that debit card validity.
那当我们谈到这个银行卡、信用卡的时候，我们都有这个戒指的日期。那我们从来不知道我们这个人生这个信用卡、人生这个银行卡几时它的戒指日期会到来。
So now, we have to use it quickly. You have to use it whatever you want to buy or you want to shop or so you have to use it quickly. Otherwise, you don't know when it's expiring that validity. Maybe tomorrow, maybe after 1 or 2 seconds.
所以这个人生的这个银行卡嘛，那个期限你不知道几时会到来，所以你要赶快的善加的利用去买你要买的东西，去购物去要尽量的用它，要不然你不知道这个期限一到，因为期限不知道几时会到，可能明天就会到，可能1-2秒之后它的期限就到期了，都说不一定的，这个就是无常。
And also it is said that Geshe Potowa has advised we have to practice this impermanent often again and again, so which will makes you not getting tired of doing practice, because it will not make you feel tired. Because if you have left very less time, then so like whatever you want to do it quickly.
所以这个葛西波多瓦 有告诫我们说，关于这个无常的观修，我们要常常在心中升起这个生命无常的观修，因为呢，唯有这样的反复的提醒自己，反复的升起这样的无常的观修的话呢，那我们知道我们的生命就是无常的，稍纵即逝的，这样我们才能够升起这个毫不倦怠的，能够精进的在佛道上呢，勇敢的向前迈进，精进于佛法上的真义跟这个进修。因为你知道你所剩的时间不多的话，那你就会很好的把握当下的一切的资源，去好好的努力去修持这个佛法。
Okay, so then the third point is the cause and effect, karma. So, and again, the karma is one of the, I would say, thinking of the karma, which will really encourage you to do good things, good deeds.
所以第三个法则就是关于我们的因果业力。那关于这个业力的法则呢，我们知道这个业力因果是真实不虚的话，那就会激发我们努力的去行善止恶。
So when we're talking about the karma, I think most of us, we know about it. And when we are talking about the karma, it is saying that whatever you do, so you will get that you will get result according to what you did.
那关于这个业力的法则，我想仁波切认为说大家都知道的很清楚了。第二，业力的法则简单来说就是种瓜得瓜，种豆得豆，也就是如是因如是果。你种什么，你就会播种，你就会得到什么。
Because I would say like most of us, we are not, no, like even though that we say that we are Buddhist and we accept the karma, we say that, but I'm just wondering if we are doing like a misdeed, like a wrongdoing, so it means that you don't really have enough confidence on karma.
因为身为佛教徒，我们都是很照本宣科的接受这个业力的法则，我们相信有业力的存在。可是如果我们还是做一大堆不好的事情，不能够依教奉行的话，这证明我们对这个业力因果的法则还是有信心不够的，信息不正确，无法清净的升起确信的地方。
Because why I'm saying that is if you are sure, so if you do a bad thing, so you will get the bad result. If you are sure and if you have a really confidence on it, you will not do it.
为什么呢？因为如果你知道说你确信，你确实的知道说你行恶的话就会得到苦果，那你是绝对不会做一丝一毫的不好的事情，不好的恶事，你绝对不会去做的。
So thinking of this cause and effect, karma, it's really, I think this is like a really helpful, healthy idea for the improvement.
所以这个对于这个无常，对这个业力因果法则的观修跟思维呢，的确是一个能够增进我们道业的一种很健康的、很全面的一种思维跟观修。
For the society also, because if every people have a belief on the karma, then we don't need. I oftenly tell people, then the police will become jobless.
因为对我们的整体社会而言也是如此，每个人都相信这个善恶因果有这个法则跟业力的因果法则的话，那我们这个社会大概就会和谐得多，那警察也大概会失去他们的工作了吧。
Then I think it's a good, yeah. So if the police became jobless, it's a good.
那警察失业，人们就开玩笑说，大概是很好的一件事情吧。社会都一片世界太平了，社会和谐了吧。
So that changes when we are talking about the changes and the reforming for the society. So it has to become from the mind. So like if you're just trying to reform or changes from the physical thing only, so no matter if you don't have a belief on that cause and effect, then you will do someday you will do bad things sooner or later.
这个就是仁波切所讲由内而外重新做起的一个真正的社会的改革，因为整个世界的越变越好，社会的改革从来不是从物质的层面开始做起的，必须从我们的内心开始修起的。也如果你对这个因果业力法则没有确知的信仰跟认知的话，那有时候你还是会偶尔做一些小坏事的话，那就是代表说你对这个因果业力法则还没有正确的认知跟了解。
So then that idea of this cause and effect, more I think about it, but I really admire more and more, and it's even like very helpful for my own improvement.
仁波切对这个因果业力法则的观修越想越多的话，就会觉得这种业力这因果法则呢越产生这种渴慕的想望，对于仁波切个人来说就越来越得到这一方面的观修上的受用。
So this will be like helpful if you think of cause and effect and karma. This will helpful you to encourage to do more practice and do more like virtuous deed.
所以多点去思维这个因果业力的法则，多做这样的观修的话，对我们个人的修行跟行善方面都有很大的增长上的功德跟受用。
Then the fourth point is fault of samsara. Thinking of fault of samsara.
那下来第四个就是视为轮回的过患，所以轮回种种的这个不好的地方，去视为观修。
Because when we are talking about the fault of samsara, so it is very important to aware. So what is samsara? Yeah? So how it is?
当我们谈到轮回过患的时候，很重要的一点就是我们必须要对轮回有所觉知，要知道说很清楚知道说什么叫做轮回，轮回的过程到底是怎么样的一回事。
So when you think of that, then it will really help you to generate renunciation.
当你如理如法去升起这个轮回过患的正知确信之后呢，你就会产生这个纯净的出离心。
Okay, I think it is maybe it is time for the question and answer. So we will just stop here for this with the 4 point.
我们就讲到这4种转心施药或者是前行修法，修习各种前行法的要诀就谈到这边。那下来应该是问答时间吧。
Okay, so I will read aloud some unanswered question in the first lesson. So the question is, do we own our mind?
下来第一个是之前还没有答完的一些问题呢。第一个问题问到说，我们是我们心的主人吗
So we like to own things very much.
我们想要做很多东西的主人，对不对？我们想要拥有这个，拥有那个。
And then, so when we talk about the mind, so yes, you can say that we have mind, but when you are talking about the own, so the meaning of the own means like control or what? That is another question there.
所以当我们谈到心的时候，你可以说，当然一切众生都有这个心，我们有这个心，所以在这方面说，我们是拥有这个心。可是当你说到做心的主人的时候，这种意思似乎是好像只说你在控制它， 你操纵着你的心，你占有你的心，这个是另外一种不同的观念了。
Because normally when we talk about the own that very word, that own word, which means that you have a full control of that.
当我们说到占有或者说是占据这个心的时候，它的意思就是说，我们对这个东西，我们对我们的占有物呢，有完全的操控的这个权利，操控权在我们自己手上。
That we know, yeah. So do we have a full control on our mind or not? That we know.
那我们就很清楚知道，到底我们能不能够完全的掌控我们自己的心呢？答案就是大概大家扪心自问都有答案，自然会浮现出来。
Because most of the emotion, like emotions, is controlling our mind. Yeah, all those anger, attachment, and all those negative emotions are controlling our mind, especially when we talk about the normal, ordinary person.
所以特别是我们谈到凡夫没有修行的一般的凡夫的时候呢，一般上我们的心绪是受到我们的烦恼、我们的负面的情绪，比如贪啊、嗔啊、妒忌等等这些烦恼，跟恶的心行呢所操控、所影响的。所以换句话说，我们是无法控制我们自己的心的。
I would say that actually we're supposed to own it. Our mind, we're supposed to own our mind, but we don't really because it has been controlled by the other.
那仁波切就说理想上来说，当然我们必须要在这方面当家做主，我们必须要当心的主人。可是大部分的时候呢，我们的心都是被其他东西所掌控着的，所以我们做不了自己的心的主人。
Sometimes I can give you example like sometimes people have their house, but like other people are using it, so they are losing their like control for their house and their car or their things. It's similar like that. So in fact, actually it is supposed to be our mind is like supposed to be mine, and I should have a control, but we don't have it because it has been controlled by all the emotions.
那仁波切我就告诉我们说，比如说你的家里住进了一个人，这个人牢牢操控你的家里的一切，你的财产、你的汽车、洋房等等这些都完全牢牢给控制住了。这就等同于这样，我们应该是控制我们的心的，可是我们的心在很多方面都被其他的因缘、其他的因素呢所牢牢的掌控他的情绪、他的烦恼，所以我们做不了我们自己的心的主人，我们无法在心灵方面呢当家做主。
Okay, so what is another question?
下一个问题是什么
？So there's another unanswered question, and that is what's the basic that we should understand and just can enter to 7 points of mind training, especially for newcomer, for Vajrayana Buddhist. Shabrung, I just sent to you privately for the question in English. You could read the private message from the Zoom group chat.
OK， 这个问题就问到说，就是有时候我们对这个修心七要应该有怎么样的基础的认知？特别是我们身为一个新的金刚车的行者的话，我们应该要有怎么样的基础的认知？
For that, this question that I think I have said something last time, but so I said, if you want to practice this 7 point of the mind training with the Atisha tradition, then you must receive Bodhicitta mind according to the Chittamatra tradition.
那仁波切上次说过，那在这一次呢，再次的提醒各位，如果要根据这个阿底峡的传承来，起修这个修心七要，就修心7种要诀的话呢，那各位就是必须要先从这个吉达玛抓，就是唯识宗这边呢的传承呢，接受这个或者领受这个菩提心戒或者菩萨戒，先要接受菩萨戒为基础。
But it doesn't mean that if you have received from if you have received Bodhicitta mind from Madhyamika tradition, so still you can that you can practice this 7 point of mind training as well. But first, the first condition that you must take Bodhicitta vow in order to practice it.
当然，这个并不是意味着你如果从中观派那边得到这个菩萨戒的话，你就不能够祈修这个修行七要，那也是可以的。那总而言之，第一个首要的条件就是你必须要先从这2个传承之中，其中一个呢，先领受到具足的这个菩萨的戒律、菩萨的利于，所以先要接受菩萨戒为这个修行七要的先决条件。
Then, so according to the Chittamatra tradition, then you need to know, you must be acknowledged with all the precept of this Bodhicitta mind.
根据这个唯识宗基达玛传的传承呢，下一步你要做的，必须要对所有戒律的细节呢，要守戒清净，就是要知道所有戒律的条规啦等等这些，然后信守他们。
And then for the Madhyamika tradition, it's much more simpler, so that you can, after you receive Bodhicitta mind vow, then you can just enter and practice this 7 point of mind training.
那中观学派的这个戒律就比较简单了。当你领受这个中观学派的菩萨戒之后，你就可以开始祈修这个修行七要了。
Okay.
好吗？
And what is especially for newcomer Vajrayana? That is nothing much to do with the Vajrayana, with this 7 point of mind training, because this 7 point of the mind training is Sutayana practice.
这个修行七要比较像是显教方面精称的这个修法诀窍，还没有跟这个金刚乘这方面呢产生任何的连接，在这边。
Yes, what you were saying, something?
Oh, okay. So there's a new question from TY. That is, he says, most of the result of karma are not visible in this life. How else can we raise this conviction of law of karma?
这个问题问到仁波切说，很多关于此生的业力的结果，业力的成熟的结果，在这一生是看不到的。那我们应该要怎么样确信这业力的正确性跟意义呢？
Okay. This is actually when we are talking about the karma, the idea is based on cause and effect. So because it's very like a rationalism, because if you plant a rice seed, so you will never get a barley from the rice seed. Yeah?
那当我们谈到业力的法则的时候，我们谈的是因果，事情的因果。那事情的因果法则呢？事物的因果法则是一种很理性的一种科学的推论跟推演。那比如说你种下稻米的种子的话，你不可能得到这个薏米的果实，所以这个是非常清楚不过的一种因果的法则跟推论。
So that idea is based on the cause and effect which is like most reasonable.
它是一种理性的逻辑的推演跟结论。
But when we are talking about the result, and so karma has many different karma. So like there is some of them is like tongcho nyongjur. Some of the karma it will ripen within this life, and like some of the karma will ripen next life. Tongcho nyongjur, chene nyongjur, lianchong jene nyongjur. Some of the karma will ripen after many life. So there is many different kind of the karma.
关于业力的成熟，它的结果呢，主要分为3种，有在这一生就能够看到它的果实的业，有下一世才能够看到它结果的业，有多生多世之后才能看到它成熟结果的业，所以基本上可以分为这3种业的不同。
and especially if you want to repent that karma within this life, you have to be motivated very strongly for the special, special object. If you perform action for some special object, like if you are making offering to the Buddhas, or maybe if you are making offerings to the sick people, those kind of the few objects are very effective, and with a very strong motivation, it can be repented within this life.
通常让此生能够成就的，我们说善业好了，善业的果实好了，那一般上是看我们的行善的动机跟所行善的对象而言。那比如说你对这个佛陀献供养的话，你对病人施以这个慈善上的救护的话，那么这样的一种行为的对象，加上你这个强烈的动机跟纯净的发心的话，那么此生此世你大概就会得到这一种善行所得到的善果，所结的善果。
And especially in Buddhism and the Mahayana Buddhism, when we are talking about the power of the karma, how powerful karma it is, it's always mainly depend on your motivation, how strong your motivation is.
特别是大乘佛教的理论来说呢，我们大乘佛教就相信说，这个业力的这个力量，业的力量呢，基本上就是取决于我们各自的个人的发心，或者说是我们的动机大小，决定它的快慢。
Okay, and maybe I think I have some question that which some people asked last time also in social media.
那仁波切那边有一些问题是有一些弟子在这个社交媒体上发问的。
Last time I have talked about when I talked about Atisha is a very important role and very central figure for the Sarma lineage, means new lineage. That I have said that.
那上一次呢，仁波切有讲过说，这个阿底峡尊者在这个新教派萨拉玛来而言呢，扮演了一个举足轻重的一个领导性的角色。
And the question is that Atisha is not important for the Nyingma lineage.
然后这个
So he asked.
这个问题是说，难道我们可以这样说，就是既然阿底峡尊者是萨拉玛重要的上师呢，他对宁玛派来说，红教来说而言就不重要了吗？
So we it's quite funny because our human mentality, when we are saying he is very important, like what we take at the same time is like other person is not important. That is what normally what we take it, yeah.
有趣的一个现象，人们就说，就是当我们说某个人是很重要的时候，我们就往往会误以为说其他的另外一个人是不重要的。我们有这种二元分别对立的思想跟思维。
So in here, it doesn't mean that. Because when I said Atisha is very important for that Sarma lineage, because Nyingma lineage exists before Atisha came to Tibet.
当我们说阿底峡尊者在萨拉玛传承扮演着举足轻重的上师的角色的时候，我们必须要知道说，宁玛派红教的传承在阿底峡进入西藏的时候都已经存在了。
So that means in order to establish or in order to develop those Sarma lineage, all the Sarma lineage, Atisha is very important. Nyingma lineage is already there before the Atisha came to Tibet.
也就是宁玛派的教法在阿底峡尊者进入西藏之前就已经老早存在了，所以阿底峡进入西藏之后，他的角色、他的贡献在于发扬，使这个后来的新义学派、新义的教派的各个传承呢，弘扬、发扬光大。所以这个阿底峡的尊者的这个贡献跟角色由此可见一斑。
And then there is another question. So what they ask is, what do you mean Tibetan Buddhism?
那另外一个问题说，仁波切你说的这个西藏或者藏传佛教所指为何？它指的是什么？
Because I think when I'm talking about those Atisha and then I think I must have said that like Tibetan Buddhism, so it's very important that Atisha is very important for the Tibetan Buddhism. So when I say that, it is not that Buddhism in Tibet. Like what I mean is that Buddhism in Tibet, so then like Atisha is very important role. It doesn't mean that especially Vajrayana Buddhism belongs to Tibetan.
那么当我们说到阿底峡尊者的时候，所以仁波切有提起这个字眼叫藏传佛教。当仁波切提到这个阿底峡尊者的时候，他的意思是说，阿底峡尊者的存在，历史性的存在，对这个藏传西藏人的佛教而言是贡献巨大的，贡献良多的。这边所指的，并不是说金刚持佛教只是属于西藏人而已，绝对不是这个意思。
Because many times, because people think that Dharma as a material object, then they think that Dharma belongs to this and that. When we actually, I would say that word belongs. I'm not so fond of that word belongs.
那很多，当我们说到法这个字 dharma 的时候，我们往往有人会听到法这个字的时候，以为法是一个物品、一个物质的存在体，它是属于这个的、属于那个的这种类别。所以这个 belong 这英文的这个字眼，属于这个、属于那个。人们就说，这边在佛法这个 dharma 的字眼上是不适用的。
Because Buddha Dharma has taught by the Buddha for the sake of whole sentient being, not few particular person. Dharma is to benefit whole sentient being. So that is why. So I don't think Dharma belongs to anyone.
所以当我们说这个 Buddha Dharma 佛法就是佛所说的法，那佛所说的法的目的是为了利乐一切的众生、一切的有情。对，就此而言呢，佛法不是少数人的专利品，而不是属于少数的一些个人而已，它是属于一切众生的，遍一切处的，尽虚空遍法界的，它不是少数人的专利品。
So we can simply we can follow Buddha Dharma. We can simply preserve Buddha Dharma, but we cannot own the Buddha Dharma.
所以我们可以追随佛法，我们可以维护佛法，但我们绝对不能够去占有这个佛法。
That's what I think, and especially not only the Buddha Dharma, even the human life is also. So I don't think like nobody owns human life. Yeah, it's like a human life and the Buddha Dharma. They are too precious to be owned by anyone.
我们特别不只是佛法，那我们人的生命啊，我们的这个生命体，那是无比的殊胜跟珍贵的。它跟佛法就是一样的，是无法被某个人去占有、去操控、去拥有、去占据的。所以就这一点，我们不只是佛法而已，我们的生命也是如此一般的，太珍贵、太难得了，是无法被某一个利益集团或者是某些个体、少数的个体去占有的、去控制的。
And then, yeah, last time, like one of my friend was saying that during the first session, I was saying that Bengali. So the Bengali, it's not really polite, he was saying. So in order to use it very politely, I have to pronounce Bengali, Bengali.
那上次呢，仁波切的其中一个朋友告诉说，当仁波切用到孟加拉这个字眼的时候 ，Bengali 这个字眼的发音不那么的有礼貌，应该叫做 Bengali 才会比较有礼貌的称呼这个族群。
Yeah, sometimes people what we can find here is people accept according to their own like mental state. Yeah? So people, they will not know what is my intention. So whether I have a like respectful intention or disrespectful intention, they don't know it. So they only hear so the way I pronounce. So that is why he's saying like that is like more unpolitely. So that the more politely way is Bengali. I have to say it.
就是因为众生往往根据自己的理解程度去解读某一个人的所作所为，一个人的所言所思所想。那即便他不知道这个发言的人的动机、内心的动机跟发心是什么，所以不知道是善是恶，他就根据他的程度的理解去判定这个人是有恶意或者是不礼貌的。所以仁波切在这边必须要跟各位就发音，就是他会误会仁波切的这个发音是不礼貌的，所以必须说这个 Bengali 这样的说辞、这样的发音才是比较符合政治正确或者是比较有礼貌的一种说法、一种发音吧。
Okay. So you need to rest for the translator.
It's okay, Rinpoche. Yeah.
Okay, then the question and answer section is finished. Yeah? So should we continue or you need to rest?
大家需要休息吗？我们还是要大家需要上厕所一下吗？5分钟，还是直接进行这个讲授
Go toilet, 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
3分钟吧 ，3 minutes 是不是？
Okay, sure. I will change my camera battery.
那这个时候仁波切换一下这个笔电的这个电池吧。
Waiting 3 minutes, is it?
Yeah, 3 minutes. Yes, please change. Because I think otherwise in between, so it will be. Just take out from there only.
Yes, I'll take it. Is this ready? Okay.
Last one.
Yeah, I have to make it a little different. Yeah. No, this way. Yeah, this way.
It is on only.
Okay, I will.
仁波切的画面好像卡住了，是吧？
Where is the live stream? Okay. Yeah, now it comes.
Battery is showing less.
Just turn on. The battery is full. It has.
This is not wrong.
Okay.
This is not getting on. Just see.
Yeah, now it comes. Where's the live streaming? Okay. Okay.
Rinpoche still cannot be seen, Rinpoche.
Cannot be seen?
Yeah.
No. Yes, good night. Yes, good night.
Okay.
Battery, thank you,
What should I do? Something. Okay.
Battery change, change. This option camera chilo Yes, good.
You have to set up that.
It's software.
Studio.
This itself is not taking.
Okay, so maybe should we
log out?
No, should we go without
without just audio?
Without video?
Yeah, sure, Rinpoche. Yeah, can Rinpoche.
Because that again that camera is facing problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
so
yeah.
Yeah. Now I will start.
Sure.
Yeah, without video. Since now that we have talked about all the beginning part, first you have to take Bodhicitta vow, and after that, then that you have to turn your mind into a practice with a four point of reversing mind.
所以之前我们谈过的就是这个菩提心戒或者菩萨戒的重要性。那首先要修这个 修心7要，我们就是要先受戒，受菩萨戒。那受戒之后呢，我们必须要修这个前行法。那前行法就是转心向法。那转心向法一共有4种思维的诀窍，可以让我们去运用、去修持的，就是转心四法。
Then now we come to the second point. Yeah, second point.
接下来到这个修心7要第2个要点，第二要。
Second point is the main practice.
那第2个要点呢，就是所谓的这个正修菩提心的正修的部分。
Then when we talk about the main practice, so there is obviously, as you all know, that main practice is Bodhicitta mind itself is the main practice. Yeah.
当我们说到正修或者正行的时候，那也就是菩提心的修持本身，它就是所谓的正修或者说是正行。
So when we talk about the Bodhicitta mind, normally, so there is 2 different type of the Bodhicitta mind. So we can distinguish Bodhicitta mind in differently. Sometimes we will distinguish as the aspiration Bodhicitta mind and the application Bodhicitta mind. And here, now first how we distinguishing is a relative Bodhicitta mind and the ultimate Bodhicitta mind in 2 ways.
那这边呢，菩提心的修持呢，菩提心的修习呢，一般上我们所称为2种菩提心。那所以菩提心类别分为2种的话呢，有些人就称之为愿菩提心跟行菩提心。那在这方面的这个菩提心的分类是称之为胜义菩提心跟世俗菩提心，或者世俗谛菩提心跟胜义菩提心。一般所讲的就是相对菩提心跟究竟菩提心，就是这2者的分别。
So when we talk about these 2 Bodhicitta mind, that ultimate Bodhicitta mind and the relative Bodhicitta mind, so normally, so we do practice first relative Bodhicitta mind. Yeah?
当我们谈到这个胜义菩提心跟这个世俗菩提心的修持的时候，一般上而言呢，我们都是从这个世俗菩提心也就是所谓的相对菩提心方面呢，先起修的，先从那边修起来的。
In here, in this 7th point of the mind training, has mentioned, and first part is ultimate Bodhicitta mind at the beginning.
然而，在这个修心7要的这个言文方面而言呢，就正修菩提心而言，它却是叫我们先起修这个胜义菩提心，也就是以这个修持这个胜义菩提心呢为开始的。
Then for that, so normally, so for that, in order to practice ultimate Bodhicitta mind, there is 2 period of the time. One is called the meditation period, and then the second is the post-meditation period.
要这个正修这个胜义菩提心呢，则分为2个时段，一个是上座修，或者说所谓的入定修，然后第2个就是初定修，或者是下座修。一个是入定的时候所正行的修法，一个是初定之后的下座的修法。
Then for that, for the meditation Bodhicitta mind, when we practice that ultimate Bodhicitta mind during the meditation period, the first that we should, can you hear?
Yes, Ramesh, I can.
First you should do is Jora means like preparation and the actual and the conclusion. There is a 3-part for the meditation Bodhicitta mind practice.
当我们这个修胜义菩提心而言的这个入座、上座的修法或者入定的修法呢，一般上会要修持这个3殊胜，也就是前面的这个前行殊胜、 正修的正行殊胜跟最后的结行的回向殊胜，这3殊胜都必须要具足在这个生以菩提心的入座或者是上座入定而修的这个时段。
Okay, so so the main so important part. So when we are talking about this like ultimate bodhicitta mind, that ultimate bodhicitta mind that you cannot receive with the rituals.
当我们修到这个圣意或者是究竟菩提心的时候，那个圣意跟究竟菩提心，你是无法从这个仪轨中得到这个菩提心的正量的。
So that ultimate bodhicitta mind that you should, you should receive or achieve with the meditation, not with the rituals.
圣意或者究竟菩提心的证悟，是必须要从自己的内自证证得，不是从这个仪轨上去得到这个正量的。
Then when we're talking about this ultimate bodhicitta mind, then for the preparation part, when we are doing a meditation period of the time, like preparation part is first that you should do according to this commentary that which I have mentioned, this commentary that I am talking based on the commentary which is collected by the Mochen Semba Chenpo and Junu Jamcho.
那根据仁波切所这个摩chân Sempa Jamcho这个大师所做的思论中而言呢，这个圣意菩提心的这个正修的前行法是这样的，是下面所这样描述的。
So it is saying that first that you should do a 7 branches prayer.
首先就是要修这个七支行愿文，就是七支供养。
Because normally, so whatever practice we do, so it is always so beneficial and it is more effective if you do a 7 branches prayer at the beginning.
不管我们修什么法都好，如果前行我们先做这个七支行供或者七支行愿文的话的修供的话呢，那都是会具足很多的功德，那获得很多的受用的。
Why I'm saying that is because first, like it's a similar like before you are eating food that you are washing your hand. It's similar like that, washing your hand or washing your mouth.
就好像为什么七支行愿文那么的重要呢？就好像你在吃东西之前呢，你必须要洗手，必须要漱口，把你的嘴巴跟手跟弄个干净，那才能够是算是如理如法的去吃，很干净的吃，很卫生的吃你的食物样。所以这个前行法的重要性呢，在这边由此可见一斑。
So it means that cleaning your mind, and that which like whatever that negative karma or like whatever that negative thoughts you have, so you are cleaning with doing a 7 branches prayer.
你是通过这个七支行愿的修诵，来净化我们的心相续，也是对我们所造作的一切的罪业呢，都先把它给净化得一干二净呢，来作为这个正行法的前行的修持。
Then after that, then so it is said that mentioned that you have to do a supplication prayer.
然后过后呢，修完七支行愿文之后，我们要先念诵一些祈愿文，对，祈行文。
Then after that, then you have to sit in a very comfortable mattress, as like a cross-legged.
那下来呢，就是必须要找一个很舒服的地方坐在这个坐垫上， 然后呢就是要双腿交付金刚座。
So I think it is always so important to have when you do meditation, it is always so important to have a comfortable mattress, and then in order to because this body and then the mind has so much connected with each other. Due to that, so it is very important to have a comfortable and stable place.
所以让我们的心安住之前，先要让我们的身安住，也就是要找到一个很舒服的地方坐着，让我们的身体觉得舒服，那是绝对最好的入门的手法。那比如说这个要选一个很好的坐垫，因为我们的心灵跟我们的身体是互相连接的，人们就说，所以为了让我们的心，为了让在调心之前，先把身体的坐姿、坐垫、禅坐的姿势等等的，先把它给先调好。
Then after that, then there is two different root texts. So one, it has mentioned that means like for the discursive thought that you have to count breathing. It has mentioned in the one text.
因为这个修心七要的根本颂有两个版本呢，其中一个版本就是说，为了止息修心者的妄念呢，妄想纷飞，为了让它慢慢渐渐的止息，首先必须要修这个数息观，要数我们的呼吸，通过数息来使我们的妄念止息。
But it is always like when we do meditation. So like before doing meditation, so in order to calm your mind and emotion, make it calm. So it is always very important to do breathing exercises.
也就是一般的这个禅修之前的前行都告诉我们说，当我们还没有进入禅定之前，当我们要起修禅修的时候，我们要做禅修的时候，一般上都是要通过我们的数息，要数我们的呼吸，我们的出息跟入息呢，让我们的以便能够让我们的思想、我们的情绪呢，能够慢慢的稳定啊、安止，然后熄灭。
So it is not only here, so like everywhere. So when you study about the meditation, like breathing is one of the very important important point.
所以不只是在这个修行七要这边的教授，乃至于在佛法其他的这些教授跟修法都好，那这个数息观或者是数我们的呼吸，从呼吸的方法入门，都是一个非常非常重要的一个技巧跟修行的法门。
So even if you talking about the Lamante practice, and it's also mentioned there, and also if you talk about Gomrim, means like a step for the meditation, stages for the meditation by Kamala Shila. It is also mentioned there, and also when you're talking about like any kind of the text. So when we are talking about the meditation, the first very beginning part is always to mentioning about the breathing part.
当你说到 Lamde 这个道果法，当你说到这个莲花界 Kamala Shila 的禅修要诀，不管是怎么样的论点都好，怎么样的经论都好，当他谈到这个禅修的时候，他第一个入门的诀窍跟方法，往往都是从这个呼吸数息观方面呢去下手的，去以之为入门的前方便的。
Why it's always mentioning is as it has mentioned here, Tokla Unya Dawnsha means in order to calm your thoughts, no discursive thought, then breathing exercise is like one of the key point to calm the negative thought.
也就是在这边呢，论点有云呢，就是要调心之前先要调息，也就是为了让我们的妄念能够止息，能够稳定安住呢，那调息是最佳的入门的前方便，也通过呼吸，通过数息，通过呼吸法的练习呢，来让我们的这个妄念，让我们这个烦恼给止息，给安定下来，安止下来。
So what it has mentioned here is that you have to count that like breathing, inhale and exhale 21 times.
这边呢所教的是数息法，就是要数我们的呼吸，入息跟出息要数它的次数，一共要数多少次呢？一共要数21遍，21次。
And so when we are talking about like breathing, so the way of breathing is very important.
当我们说到呼吸的时候，这个呼吸的方法跟技巧也是非常的重要的。
Because why I'm saying this is important is because when we are breathing, that you have to breathe like without reckless and excitement and any sound.
那为什么说这么重要呢？因为我们数息的时候，我们在修这个呼吸的数息观的时候呢，我们不可以掉举，也不可以昏沉，那也不可以有这个很重的这个串息的声音。
So it is saying that because oftenly that it has mentioned that connection between the mind and the breath it's like a horse and the horse rider.
因为这边有告诉我们说，这个呼吸跟我们心念之间的关系，呼吸跟念头之间的关系，就好像这个野马跟骑马的这个骑马者之间的关联是一样的。
So if you manage to breathe very slowly and without any sound and long one, then it means that you are managed to hold horse, not running so fastly.
也就是说，当你这个能够很缓慢的呼吸，呼吸缓慢，然后很延长，然后非常的绵密，没有发出任何的呼噜噜的这个声音的话，非常的严密，缓慢，然后很绵长的话，那也就是说，你能够通过呼吸呢，控制你这个念头这一匹野马，你通过呼吸，你这个主人的掌控呢，能够好好把你的心猿意马的这个念头给控制住，操控着。
So that is why that in order to control thought, this discursive thought, one of the best way is to control the breath.
这也就是告诉我们说，为了要控制我们的妄念纷飞呢，首先就是我们要学会掌控我们的呼吸，我们的出入息。
So then, if you count like inhale and exhale 21 times, which will help you to calm down your body and mind both.
所以，如果你能够好好的去数息，就是入息、出息数为一次，那一共数21遍、21次的话，那就让你的身心慢慢的平缓、沉静下来。
Then you are like more capable. Now you are ready to practice actual one.
那就让你成为这个法器，就让你更具足能力呢，更准备好呢，去进入这个正行内容的这个修持中了。
Because sometimes that we use that breathing exercise as a main actual practice. But in here, it has mentioned that like breathing exercise as a preparation for the meditation.
一般上这个禅修的这个法门都告诉我们说，数息观是一个正行，是一个正修。可是，在这个修心七要的这个诀窍方面呢，我们却把这个数息法或者呼吸法，视为这个菩提心正修之前的前行的修法。
Then actually, so then according to normally, so you will meditate according to your own emotion. But in here, since that we are going to meditate on the ultimate truth, because this is the ultimate Bodhicitta mind, so that we have to meditate on the ultimate truth.
所以一般上呢，我们是禅修的时候是往往以对治我们的烦恼为主修为正行。可是这边因为我们修法的主要的对象跟内容是生以菩提心，所以这一边你一上座呢，你一起修这个禅修呢，你就是起修或者修持这个生意的菩提心。
Then for that, in order to meditate on ultimate truth, then there is the first phrases.
那进入我们正修生意菩提心的第一个要点，就是所谓的施诸法而如梦。
Consider all things and events are dreamlike.
也是说要去观修，或者说去思维一切的万法，一切的事物的现象呢，都是如梦如幻，了不可得的。
Because when we are talking about ultimate truth, obviously, so it is emptiness that we are talking. So in order to establish this emptiness view, and there is a step, like how you're going to establish each and everything as the emptiness. The first step is that you have to consider all the phenomena as a dreamer-like.
因为当我们说到起修或者正行去修这个生意菩提心的时候，所谓的生意菩提心，生意本身所指的就是这个空性。当我们说空性的时候，它是有这个升起空性的正观的次第的。那么所谓观修，为了建立起空性的正确的见地呢，它有它的步骤跟次第性的修法。那这边次第性的修法呢，第一个要点，第一个起修的步骤，就是要施诸法如梦如幻，也就是观修和视为一切的诸法呢，都是如梦如幻，了不可得的。
Because normally when we are talking about all the phenomena, when we are talking about the phenomena, there is the external phenomena and the internal phenomena too. Yeah?
当我们说到诸法的时候，有外法跟内法，就是外在的情绪事件跟内在的心理的现象，就是内跟外两种的诸法。
So it is saying that all the external phenomena not truly exist. It is like a dream only.
也就是说，一切外在的情气事件的诸法万象呢，都是了不可得。了不可得就是这个空无自性的，也就是如梦如幻的，了不可得的。
So in here, so one point it is saying is like all the appearance that we see in an external object that we see and everything, which is not really separate from our mind. This is what it is saying.
这边就是告诉我们说，外在显现我们所能够见闻觉知的一切外在的诸法跟现象呢，都没有离开过我们自性的投射跟显现。这一句话所要讲的要义就是这一点。
So this point is a very important point that not only in Sutrayana, even in the Mahayana, even in the Vajrayana. So we also use this idea in order to establish this emptiness. We also.
所以这个施诸法，外在的诸法如梦如幻了不可的这个见地呢，不只是在金乘大乘当中显得非常重要，乃至于在金刚乘的修法当中，为了要确立起这个空性的见地而言呢，施诸法如梦如幻也是这个修生意空性、生意菩提心很重要的一个步骤。
So this idea is like a very important, because when we are talking about for the normal human beings, like ordinary person like us, we have so much attachment, and we have our emotions are so much engaged with the external things.
那这个观点，这个施诸法如梦的见地跟观点是非常的重要的。为什么？因为对凡夫如我等，就好像凡夫的我们这些人呢，我们非常的执着外在事物的显现，我们的执着心很强，所以我们对外在事物的显现跟升起呢，都产生了很多的执取跟妄求。
Because whatever because I would say, like for the ordinary person like us, we are stuck with the idea of 5 senses. We cannot go beyond that.
因为凡夫如我等呢，都卡在这个五种感官的见闻觉知当中，我们超越不出我们的5种感官的认知跟体解，我们都卡在其中而不得出离。
So that is why. So what it is saying here is like what you see like a pot or cup or computer, camera, whatever, what you see and what other people see are different.
也就是说，你能够见闻觉知的所有的一切的外在的显现跟现象，比如说一个杯子、一个电脑、笔电或者是电脑的这个录影机或者相机等等这些呢，你的见闻觉知跟其他众生的见闻觉知都是完全不一样的。
Because normally we think that like 2 or 3 person can see one object, like a camera or whatever. That we think that 10 and 100 people, like for example right now, so like 50, 60, 100, how many people that we can think that we all are seeing one object, that is you in a Zoom camera, yeah?
那很多凡夫如我等呢，我们的想法往往是这样，就是说这个录像机所录得的这个影像，不管是一两个人看到，或者几十个人，乃至我们这次 Zoom 的影片呢，5、60个人至100多个人看到的东西，其实同样的一个东西，同样的一种见闻觉知，同样的一种体验，我们往往是这样认为、这样认知的。
But if you think like logically, we all are seeing our own computer or our own phone. We are not seeing you.
可是逻辑上，你用理性去思维、逻辑去推理的话，那你看到其实，他们看到都不是你的真正的影像，而是看到他们自己个别电脑上通过这个录像机、通过的投影呢所显现出来的形貌状相，而不是你自己的影像这个本身。
So it is similar also when we are like even if we all are together in front of here, so even if you look at the one object, but still like I see what it appears in my mind. So you see what it appears in your mind. So what you are seeing actually is a reflection on your mind. It is not really there is some external object which is truly exist. This is what it is trying to point here.
所以这一句话的要点，也就是告诉我们，即便是我们在同一个房间看着同一样物品，那我 一个人你所看到那个物品呢，是你自性的投射和显现。那别人看到这个物品的影像，也是他们个别的自性的投射跟显现。所以他们看到的每个宗师看到的这个见闻觉知的这个对象物呢，都是他们自性的投射跟显现。所以就这一点而言呢，这个所能够见闻觉知对象物本身，它是空无自性的，它并不如我们所认为那样、所妄指那样的真实的存在。
Okay, so I think we will stop here today, and then yeah, since there is no camera, cannot see, but we can communicate, so that is still very good. Okay, so is there any like question and answer section?
请问我们就说到这边，因为今天时间的关系，所以请问各位还有问题要问吗？请问各位还有问题吗？
Okay, looks like no question.
看起来应该是没有问题。
Okay, then we will do a dedicate. Is showing. Okay. Sonam de tamje zibanye tobne nyebe danam pamje jiga nanche balaban tupai siben solen do shu. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining, and then sorry for the video. Okay, then good night everybody.